Hello and welcome to Live Coding Happy Hour. This is Friday. We're back to Fridays. Yeah. All right, let's go around and do our introductions first. We'll go alphabetically, I guess.
That's
Brad.
me. My name is Brad Tilton. I am a senior developer advocate here at ServiceNow. I've been developing on the platform since 2008, and I'm excited about today's show. Earl.
Hi, everyone. I'm Earl Duque, and I am your Dungeon Master this evening. Go ahead and please roll for initiative. Chuck, it's your turn.
I rolled a 1. I have no initiative this afternoon. But, you know, good thing I have a +4 initiative because then I don't feel like such an idiot. Wow, we are down here. My name is Chuck Tomasi. I've been on the platform since about 2008. I was a customer for a couple of years, and I've been with ServiceNow for 11 plus years. We'll just go with that. So it's good to be here. And what are we doing today? Oh, we have to go do our beers now, too. Brad, same order.
Drinks. I'm still going non-alcoholic with the O'Doul's Amber.
And I am going through more of our collection. I've not done a single episode with just beer, so I'm still continuing. I got Buffalo Trace Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, and I'm going to do On the Rocks today.
All right. And I believe this is my last bottle of Dragon's Milk.
Ooh,
so in celebration of Dragon Con last weekend, which I swore I'd never drink again, I lied.
Cheers.
What are we doing today, Brad?
All right. Today we're gonna try to solve a part of a problem that I have at my house with my board game collection. It's hard to find different board games because we did a thing where we took them out of the boxes and put them in bags and all this stuff, and so they're just all in this closet. And my kids will take them out and put them back wherever. And so it takes me a long time to find one. So we're going to do some board game collection management. And then I also want to be able to give the app some metadata. Like I want to tell it, I want to play a game with 3 players and the youngest person is, let's say, 9. And I want it to give me just pick a random game for us to play. We're going to try to do all of this in App Engine Studio.
I think it can be done.
I think it can be done too. Or we would have picked a different topic.
This app will speak to me in many levels.
Oh, but this is very similar to customer use case. You know, they've got various things around the office that they need to keep track of. So easily adaptable use case.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Right. Oh, move mouse now. And
we've got it on Zoom. I'll
go.
watch YouTube and let you know if there's something wrong.
I may have forgotten for 2 seconds that I was also running production.
There was a half a second transition silliness.
There we go. Looks good.
All right, so this is a ServiceNow instance. If you've never seen it before, which would be strange if you're watching the show. So we're going to start in App Engine Studio. And this is a PDI, which is a personal developer instance. If you want a personal developer instance, you can go to developer.servicenow.com and request an instance.
What a beautiful plug.
Rome or Quebec or Paris still. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to create an app to manage board games. So I'm going to hit create app, and I'm going to call this just BG. We'll see if this works.
I think you need a graphic, like a piece from Sorry or a dice or something.
Oh, that's a
Meeple
good
time. Meeple time.
Yeah, we'll put a graphic.
Meeples. Meeples.
Need to open my beer. All right, so we have our app created. I'm going to go to the app dashboard. Can I change the name of the app from here? Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I wanted this app scope, and now I'm going to change it to board game.
Well played. Oh, that was a play on words. I realized it when it was coming out of my mouth.
All right, so board game management. So I need a few tables in this app. The most obvious table is going to be something to track all of the games, and then I'm going to need. We're going to have, I think, a table like a request type table where I'm going to create a record, and then it'll kick off a flow, and then it will put something in the record saying, here's the game. So do that. And then there's one other table that I wanted. What was it? I have a spreadsheet that I'm going to import. But I think I want to create the supporting table before I import the spreadsheet so that it gives me some records in that table. Oh, there we go. Could have had the spreadsheet open already, but that would have been too good. We're gonna have, I want a location. So in my game closet, I have a bunch of bins, and I want to know which bin is the game is in. So Phil wants to know, am I going to create any tables with a plural name? Do I do that a lot?
I hope not.
Try not to. I'm just going to call this location. And then, sure, let's number it. All right, so we're going to create this location table. I'm just going to give it a name, and then I think a parent field so that we can make it hierarchical. So we'll give it a name, and then we'll say that's just a string field, and we'll make it 100 characters because why not? I'm going to make that the display value. Then we will add another field called parent. And this is going to reference this. Oh, the table doesn't exist yet, huh?
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you envision a parent-child relationship with the locations?
Well, I was just going to make it hierarchical. So.
Oh, okay. Kind of like we do with the group table, the location where you've got it's somewhere in North America, and then
let's do this.
So this app could be a multiplayer game.
It's Brad's first board game house and his second board game house, and then the board game closets within.
Why can I not pick this table? It doesn't matter. We don't need that field yet anyway. All right.
We'll put it on the form designer later.
Yeah, we'll add it later. So now I am going to create a table from a spreadsheet, and it's this one.
You spelled board games wrong right there.
No, this is my game because I created this from a spreadsheet that Earl sent me of all of his games, and I went through and picked all the ones that I had. And so this is basically the subset of games that Earl and I both have.
Do we have that significant of an overlap?
There is a significant overlap. I added like 5 in, but I think there's like 40 games in this list.
Dang, we have
you
good
have
overlap.
Most of the games that I have. So let's continue. It's going to prep the column headers for us. So I like this. I like this step where it's going to guess what column headers I have, but it's not going to. But I'm going to get to edit it beforehand. There we go. I thought there were more than that. So we have minimum age, and I think a lot of these were from Board Game Geek. So location is one. So for location,
We need a reference to the location table.
Yeah, I'm going to change this to reference. And then the reference table is going to be location. Max players is an integer. Cooperative is a true false. Min players, Board Game Geek ID. I think that's a fine field name.
Is that a number or should it be
number.
a string?
It's a number.
Okay.
I guess we could make it a string just in case they change things on us.
Yeah, you're not going to be doing any calculations on it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. The playing time is an integer.
Minutes.
Duration or an integer? Or playing time mean what? Seconds, minutes, hours?
Minutes.
It's in minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
right, because you got this from Board Game Geek.
Yeah. So we'll just call this game. And then I don't know that we need to number it.
I don't know that you need a number either.
There we go.
Go fetch me game number 1016.
Go fetch me game number 1016, person number 402.
Start referring to your kids with their SysID.
Number 2.
All right, so let's say done. I like the idea map of the shelf included using the MapWise functionality when it gets replatformed. I like that. So let's go ahead and take a look and make sure that our data got imported. We do have a good amount of data in here.
48.
And then I put these locations in here. It's bin A through E. If you saw the picture of my game closet, you know that it's not actually that organized on the S&Dev Slack, but there we go.
I could see this table also having a parent because expansions.
Yeah. So I just kind of included like the expansion as a separate game, but it could definitely do that.
Or expansions could be a related list to the game.
Yeah.
Because it's not likely that you're going to take an expansion from Ticket to Ride and add it to, Catan or something.
That's true. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of form design. This is a good time to do this step.
I like Dennis's query. Get game where user ID equals dad and wins is greater than 1. I don't want to play anything that I lose all the time.
Let's put all mine. Wait, where did I just lost?
My query would be more like get games where learning time is less than an hour.
That is a good one. Yeah.
I can do an entire episode on just teaching how to teach board games quickly.
All right, let's make sure everything moved around. Okay, and then, our preview's gone. Let's open something up in there. Let's say 7 Wonders. It is 2 to 7 players.
Nice.
Classic.
All right, so I do have playing time in minutes for the duration. Let's just say
Change the label.
Yeah, we'll say
Minutes. Min is also used in other contexts.
All right. I think this looks pretty good.
Yes, because I could misconstrue that as the minimum playing time, This is going to take you at least 3 days.
Oh,
Which
there are
is
definitely
sometimes
some
an
games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So game location, the other table that I want. So what we want to do now is I've got this game table, and it can be hard to make a decision on what game to play. And sometimes it's fun just to pick a random game. So I want to be able to tell it, hey, I've got, I've got 3 players and the youngest player is 10. So I want you to look up all of the games that meet that criteria, and then I want you to give me one of them. So I don't know what I would put as the average duration of chess, Phil.
Yeah, or
Depends on who I'm playing against, I guess.
a D&D campaign can go for years.
So what do we call this one? Suggestion maybe, or God, table names are the worst. Let's call this
suggestion or
picker.
okay.
We could call it game picker. No, let's just call it picker.
Now is this Rome that you're using right now, Brad?
This is Rome. So
Okay.
this is the current version of App Engine Studio that you can get. And there will be a new version coming out on GA Day.
Which I think is next week.
I believe it is next Thursday. So we want to track, what do we want to track here? We want the number of players. It's going to be an integer, not an integer. And then we want min age.
I'm curious how you're going to connect this up.
Me too. No, I have an idea.
Would it be age of youngest player? Would be more descriptive.
Yeah, we can change the label. I like short field names and then long labels. Well,
Not too long of labels.
But
yeah, I've seen people really overdo it on labels sometimes.
And then I want to hold. So let's just start with the number of players and the age, and then I want
Playtime maybe as an option.
We could do playtime. Game. That's a reference. To the game table. And then yeah, let's start with this, and then we'll think about the other ones. I probably want a display value, but I'm not sure what that would be for this record. Let's give it a number field.
There you go.
Because this is basically a request.
Isn't that in the properties though? The auto numbering?
Can you get to it after?
Let's find out. Because you're still going to have to hook up that little JavaScripty auto counter thing. Head record number?
Yeah,
that's
nice.
interesting.
Pick. Sure. All right. Did it give me a number field? Yeah, it did. Add a new column. I bet if we refresh.
And by default, that'll be your display.
Yeah. So let's see. Number. Oh.
You can be explicit about it, but the way that I heard the
is.
story is anything with number, name, u_number, or u_name will be a display value.
Nice.
Don't ask me what happens if you have both.
What happens if you have both? Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Half the
I'm kidding.
people in the half the people in the universe disappear.
All right. So what I want to do is I
A
want
snappy comment.
catalog item, which is actually
Yeah.
a record producer.
Who needs Thanos? We've got COVID.
Ooh.
Pick a game. Define your parameters and get a game. I don't know. So let's edit this. All right, item name, item details. There we go. So I want this to be on the picker table. Let's put it in the service catalog, sure.
Okay.
Put it in the,
How can we help you? Services?
Can we help you? Yes. You can
That's
help
like the generic place I always put it. If you need a game, you need help.
All right, so the first one is going to be text. I think that's right. Hey, come on, subtype. There we go. No, we want to know.
A number?
Oh,
Yeah,
Looks like it's going to be a
integers.
text.
do we have?
Nope.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that confuses me still.
It would be a text with a validation.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We can go, I think we can just change this variable on the back end if we have to. So we're going to connect this one to so where do I tell it? Oh, here it is.
Who is the youngest player?
Yeah.
What is the age of the youngest player? There you go. You're missing an A.
It is going to be mandatory. I do like the little preview over here. And then do we need any additional text validation? Hey, there we go.
There it is.
That's still strange, but sure. Okay.
Maybe it's to not overwhelm people with field types.
That probably is it. Somebody might not know what an integer field does. All right, let's add another one. This one's going to be
how many players?
Yeah. So, whoop. Players. How many people are playing? We'll make that mandatory. And we'll go to additional details and we will give it number again. And
how much time do you have?
Let's start with these two and see if we can make this work.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to settings and see if there's anything in there. Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that. Access. I think there's any user. There we go. Yes, we are going to use a flow.
Oh, spoilers. Oh.
That's where we're going next. All right, this looks good. Let's submit.
I'm just trying to think if I've seen anything that has to do with random in flow.
I think there's a data pill picker for math.random. And if
figured you knew where you were headed with that.
I actually didn't check, so I think there is.
This part of the app could come to a screeching halt.
As per tradition on the show.
Well, you simply said, let's see if we can do this all in App Engine
I
Studio.
did say that, yeah.
You didn't say we were going to.
I generally don't overcommit to things. I undercommit. All right, so we're going to run this flow when a record gets created in that picker table, and then we are going to try to do a lookup on the let's say created. I wonder if we want let's say created or updated. Well, let's start with created. I may want to change this because if you don't like the game, we may want to have it redo it. Pick a new one. But let's see if we can make it work first. All right, so now I want to look up all of the games that that meet that criteria. So this is kind of our first.
Yes.
So we want the game table. And then we want minimum age is
or greater than or is. There it is.
There we go.
Just above between.
Oh, I think this one, right? Greater than
No,
or is field.
that's comparing it to another field.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Just above between. There it is.
And then we will grab min age. And then the other was number of players.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do two of these. Min players this is also going to be greater than or is, I think.
Sounds about right. I hate it when you get the logic backwards.
Yeah. And then we want max players.
Less than or is.
Less than or is. And then we don't have an active field or anything, so I think this is all we want. So I'm going to save it.
Players,
I think.
Those two aren't going to be mutually exclusive, are they? The min players.
So
No,
so let's
Okay.
test it. So let's go ahead and
Filter the data.
yeah, let's create a record in this table. So players, let's say we have 4 players and the minimum age is 8. That should return us some stuff.
Test.
All right, and then let's get some results.
Okay.
Look up records. How many? 0.
Uh-oh. Not good.
So min players is
greater than 4 and max players is less than 4. That's what I was wondering about. That condition doesn't make sense.
It does not make sense.
I don't think you need the max players though. Oh wait.
You do.
Oh, is it
You
the other
do.
way though? So we want minimum players to be
Less
Less
than or
greater
equal
than-
to 4.
and
Yeah.
then max player. Yeah, we want
Yeah.
it the other way around.
Look at Chuck with the foresight.
That's because I always get it wrong.
If I change
So you
this,
instinctively think, oh, I should reverse this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here. Let's just refresh.
That's usually when I go running for the main list and do a list query first and then figure it out from there.
Yeah. When are we going to get a paste encoded query?
Yeah, you figure
Flow
it out.
designer.
Yeah.
paste encoded query, because that's something that every low coder will do.
All right. So we just want to change this to less than or is. Oh,
You knew it was going to do that.
Yes.
I did, but I didn't want it.
Yes. Anytime you fiddle with it, it gets mad and says, nope, start over.
All right. So Chuck guarantees this one's going to work.
I didn't say that. I said the other one looked funny. Like you, I don't overcommit.
I guarantee it.
1,000 records.
Hey,
40. That looks
40.
right.
the majority of your library is.
Yeah, I mean,
fitting.
4 players over 8. All right. So we're working so far, we think. Let's get rid of that one. All right. So now what we want to do is we want.
Do you want to think this one through yourself, Brad, or do you taking suggestions?
Let's take some suggestions. So what we want to do ultimately is we want to update the record with the name of one of these games that gets returned here.
So I think we need to get a flow variable to store a number between 1 and the count of your first step, right?
That seems right. Yes. So what do we call this?
Random choice.
Yeah. Is that a good way to name that? No. I can't remember what's expected everywhere anymore.
If there's a label, it usually means you can go with human readable.
All right. So we have random choice, and now we need to populate that. So where's my... So what is the flow variable thing called? Guess I could type the word variable.
Is it in flow logic with like a set?
Logic, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
That always fooled me because I tried setting output variables on a subflow one time. I'm like, where is it?
So
where's our transform? Where's the transforms?
Yeah. Well, we have to give it a value and then we can transform it. So what if we give it, I don't even know, is this going to work?
Maybe.
Math.
No.
There is no random.
I thought there was. Oh no.
There was too.
Huh. I thought in Rome there was random. Or did we ask for it? Oh, you know what? During one of our creator toolboxes on transforms, we asked, is there going to be a random? And they said yes in a future version.
That's probably
It's future now. That was weeks ago.
Sam says code. I think we're going to have to code a quick action, right?
Is there another way to do it?
Either an action or you just do the scripty field thing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Is there a low code way to do it?
You know what? We're still in AES, so even though there's code.
Yeah, the challenge wasn't to do only low code.
Pretty thin there, Brad. Pretty thin.
So var, let's say, what's the come on.
Game count was fd data dot
look up records.
Look up records dot count.
So there's no value or anything. Yeah.
I get the heebie-jeebies doing that. I like to put a parse int around it.
Yeah, anytime you pull out random data.
All right. So math random. I don't remember how what the random function takes. Var.
I think it just takes a seed, doesn't it? And then you multiply it times the count.
Math.
Plus 1. No.
Doesn't it need a low end and a high end, and then
You're going to get a choice back, but what are you picking from? We didn't store an array of sysids or anything.
It would be so you times MathRandom by the count minus the minimum, which is 1. Then you add just by times it by the count, I think.
Yeah, times game count.
Yeah,
But
just times count. Yeah, that should be enough.
Yeah, you're going to get back a number. What are you going to do with that number?
game count's going to be 40. So we're
Right.
timesing 40 by MathRandom. Then what are we doing? So it's going to be more than 40 at that point, right? Here we go.
No, it's not going to be more than 40 because math.random returns a number between 0 and 1.
Here's Sam says he has.
Oh, you did the math.floor thing. Right.
Yeah. But where does
The
the
plus
game
1 is if you want 1 through 40. Otherwise, it's going to be 0 through 39. The question is, what does that random number correspond to? You didn't store a list of games that were returned.
Well, we can.
Oh, so what?
Yeah.
Because when you do the lookup records, can't you select a record using that number?
I think we'd have to for each through it, and then.
I think you're going to have to for each through it and create an array.
Well, we could just do an if statement in the for each and say, are we currently in the.
Oh, right, because you did your lookup, but you didn't do your for each yet.
Yeah, we haven't for eached yet.
Okay.
So what's
So you're going to retrieve 39 records to get to that 40th one.
You just gotta put put all of that inside of a math.floor.
Okay.
And you should be good.
All right. So
And then return it.
Done.
Don't forget to return it.
Oh yeah.
You're going to need another variable.
Another flow variable.
Another flow variable
Keep
to
track.
count which one you're on. This is one beautiful record.
Let's call it.
Yeah, as long as we don't have 10,000 people doing this every 10 seconds, we'll be fine.
Can I give it a default value?
I believe it defaults to 0, but you could also do a set flow variable 0 outside the for each loop.
Can I set multiple flow value variables in here? No.
I see a plus up at the top of that list. Do that again.
Ooh.
It does say set flow variables plural. Open that up again.
Oh yeah.
There's your plus.
So Andrew says to set it to the count and then count down, which is also good because then we loop through. Well, it doesn't. We don't necessarily loop through less at that point, right?
No, but you're using one less variable. And I don't know that I want to mess with the count.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't mess with the count.
Oh, throw down.
No, let's go. Game iteration is 0. All right.
There we go.
Now this should work. Where's my? So we'll say if game iteration is random choice, then we're going to update a record. And we're going to update
Trigger.
the trigger.
Oh, he was saying decrement your random choice variable, not the count. That would work too. And then when it gets to be 0, you do your record update.
And we're going to say the game.
That would actually be more efficient, Brad, because then you're not going to, well, it's still going to do a for each on all the records.
Oh, yeah,
we could do an
we're
end.
inside the for each, right? Yeah, the game record.
Yep. And then we're done. Put an end on that.
All right, and then we want an else.
No, I think your flow ends at that point. That's a do not pass go, do not collect $200.
We need to
Oh, because it's already
increment
doing,
the,
it's already, yeah, you need it, the way it's designed now, we still need to increment the flow variable.
Oh, right, for the else, yes.
Yeah, if we were doing Andrew's method, no, we would still need to decrement it, yeah.
But you could decrement it first.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, wait. No, then you'd miss one, wouldn't you?
No,
I mean, if you change the variable count to be one more, then you wouldn't.
Well, like you said, when it gets down to 0, you're there, you're done. The loop is over. You're not really comparing anything. But the question is, do you decrement first? Wow, how do non-computer science people figure this out? if we can barely figure it out.
It's called YouTubing live coding happy hour.
Try it until you realize, hey, I can never seem to get that first game.
all right.
I think that's it, dude.
I think that's it, yeah. So we'll try this, and then if it works, we just won't mess with it anymore, and we'll move on. No, we should.
One test is not a test suite make.
Especially if it's the first game or the last game of the list.
Yeah, if it comes up as blank, you know you're in trouble.
Right. So your test is finished running.
Examine those variables first.
40.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it never ran the update record. Oh, on that one.
Yeah. So was that on the first one?
So what's the
It's updating on every record. Game iteration.
No, it's not.
What's that? What was the set flow variable for the
There
random?
it goes.
There it is.
10.
Yay, 10.
Oh,
Can you
10.
examine
I was
flow
looking
variables
here.
in here? Can you see your flow variables in here?
Let's
On
see.
step 2, can you
If
click on step
we,
2?
Does it tell us?
Yeah, what's random choice?
Can you click on step 2?
Here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 9. There
There
we
it is.
go.
9. Okay, so it updated on iteration 10.
Sense
So
of inclusive, I guess.
0 through 9, 1 through 10. Sounds about right to me. And it was updated with game. Which game?
Where are we? Update record with game record sys ID. Game is
Oh, we only know the sys ID. So let's go look at the record.
Ticket to
Ticket to
Ride.
Ride.
Ticket to
Good
Ride.
choice.
Woo!
Good choice.
All right, well, let's give it let's do another one. Here, let's try to do this using the catalog item.
What a coincidence. It shows Ticket to Ride when that was the one I talked to Chuck about on Breakpoint.
All right,
He's got a chicken to ride.
let's do this from the catalog and see what I get. Can we help you? Sure. You can
I would
help
like
me.
a game. Did you activate that flow?
I did not.
How many times have we done that?
The answer is yes.
Yeah, it's activated. See, maybe it's still spinning. All right, it's activated successfully. What did we called this? Pick a game. All right, what's the age of the? Let's make it older this time, and then we'll say 6 people are playing. This is a tougher
I
game.
forgot something.
Submit. We're here.
And the flow
Seven
runs.
Wonders leaders.
7 wonders.
It's just yeah, it'll work.
Hey, that one can go up to 8 players.
So let's make sure that this fits. So minimum age is 10,
Just
max players is 7. So yeah, min players is 2. It's going to take us 40 minutes, guys.
Hey, it works.
All right, it worked. Do we want to go back and try to optimize this?
I wish there was a way to artificially pull random.
Yeah, to just tell it, hey, in your set, give me the nth record. I mean, we could do that with another little script, but this is mostly no script.
Yeah.
Oh, now do you want to pull in the location of the game into that table too?
Because
if you're trying to go for the full user experience, they should be able to see it right from where
oh
they
yeah,
submitted, right?
see where it is. Yeah, let's do that. Let's look at that picker table. I have there we go.
Oh, so you're going to copy in the location value?
I guess we could just use a derive field, but can we, yeah, let's.
Hey, can you just display a dot walk field?
Yeah.
Not with Form Designer.
Let's go form layout.
That'll do it. Dot walkthrough game.
I'm going to move this around a little bit.
We don't normally show this to our low-code audience.
There we go. It's in bin D. Bin D. All right. Yeah, so this is our little picker app. It works. Took us about 40 minutes.
It was truly low code. We did what, 3 lines of script?
Yeah. One of them was just a value return.
And it was against our will, though.
Yeah. I'm still, my wheels are turning trying to figure out how we could have done that a little easier, but it's all right.
Everything I think in my head just involves, okay, maybe just 2 lines of script. Oh, maybe just 1 line of script. Like there can be a default value created on record creation and then just pull from there. But then you would script that too.
Yeah, I think if you truly wanted to make this, scriptless, you'd have to pre-bake a custom action that takes a number and returns a random from that.
Yeah. I think this would be a good, that could be a good candidate for contacting your resident pro coder and just, hey, can you create me a 10-minute action that gives me a random number between 2 inputs?
The other thing, if we didn't design it to be, so we already have the function of picking a game, but we could also display all games that fit the criteria.
Yeah, so one of the things that I had thought about was a related list that would show, all of the games that fit the criteria. So then you could kind of look. So you end up with like a many to many table that gets populated based on the for each. We could do that.
Or you could come up with a not picked table that was related, that had a parent record of picked. That way when you see what's picked, you'd see all the other ones that are not picked.
Yeah, I mean, this would be the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, so let's do a game picker M2M.
Ooh. Can you make an M2M through here?
I mean, an M2M is just a table with a couple of reference fields, right?
Yes and no. a true M2M has a definition that tells the system what you can do. Because if you just do this, you're not going to get an edit button on your related list.
All right, we're going to do this to keep it in AES.
Functionally, this will work with 2 reference fields.
I'm regretting naming that table picker, just in case anybody was wondering.
Naming regrets? That's never happened on the show before.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys have been doing. Okay. And then we may still be able to, can we get an edit field in list control?
I don't think so.
Check.
I don't know. Let's see. No. So
Bill
this
is
is
saying
this
you
is
do
just going to
sys
be.
collection.
Oh, okay. Oh, and sys collection. Yeah. This is just going to be informational for the most part, though. So I just
Yep.
want to edit our. Let's try it.
Yep.
Put in our else that we want to create a record. Where's, or do I want creator update? No, where's my creator record? I don't know why. And we want this to be on my
Game picker M2M. Uh-oh.
Oh, I need to refresh probably.
Oh yeah, Flow Designer doesn't know.
Do we have a, I'm gonna go Andrew Barnes style and refresh the browser. Oh, and AES kept all my tabs.
Nice.
I don't think I realized that would happen.
Oh, it must be recording sessions.
All right, let's go create record. Why can I not create a record in that table?
And that table was actually saved.
Yeah, I mean, it
Was it
shows up
saved?
in the related list.
Oh, that's
yeah,
true.
you're right.
Game picker M2Ms. What's the
table name?
Uh-oh, clock is against you.
No. Why is it the one that's not there? Here.
Yeah, close it and open it again. The old IT try.
Next, I'm going to reboot and we'll see.
Make sure it's plugged in.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if there's something in the background that is not liking that you put M2M in there.
You
Yeah,
used
maybe.
up all your table licenses.
Maybe it didn't like it in the table name. Well, I think we'll have to save that for another day.
V2.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a use case we will be continuing with. All right. Well,
I'm thinking of a bunch of things we can add to this.
the screen share.
Like wait, we can increment how many times it gets suggested, record how many times it's played, and then weight the decision based off of what's been played the least.
That's true. Yeah. So this app isn't even tracking like ratings or when you play it, or we could do some surveys. Ultimately, I want to do something that like sends my kids a bunch of notifications or something until they put the
Ding!
games
It's
away.
your turn.
No, I just want them to put the games away. I don't care about what they're doing when they're playing it.
So a nice extended task. Assign a task to them to put it away.
That's right. Yeah. They don't get to do something until they close the task.
He hooks it up to automation so that when you put the game away, it unlocks the TV remote.
There we go. Yeah. I like that. Oh, what could we do there? Yeah. Or we can integrate with the Apple screen time stuff and shut down their iPad until they put it away. I like it.
All right. How was the beers?
Did I go first?
Brad,
Yeah.
how was your O'Doul's? Yeah.
My O'Doul's Amber. This is a pretty good non-alcoholic beer. I'm going to give it a 4.
And Earl just about emptied that bottle.
No, it started.
It was completely full.
I would be on the floor. I had a Buffalo Trace whiskey bourbon. It's higher proof than what I usually drink, so I had
What
to
is
water
it?
it down. This is what is it?
40?
It's 45%.
Oh, 90 proof.
Yeah,
Proof.
I think I usually sip a 40, but I felt it. So, it's a good sipping wine. Solid 3.5.
All right. And I've got one of my all-time favorites, Dragon's Milk, which is 11%. And did not finish. But it is also a sipping thing, so I will be enjoying that for at least another hour. And as per usual, I give that a 5.
Nice.
Also, I want to point out that I've been drinking it out of a plastic cup because I don't have any of my other glasses. I don't want to look like a college student drinking whiskey from a plastic cup. No, we're not unpacked yet.
I don't think anybody would have known that if you hadn't said it.
That's true.
That's the best part. Well, wonderful. Thank you, gentlemen. Good use case. Good stuff. We learned a little bit. Kind of got in a couple of hangouts, but came through in the end. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Do we have any announcements, Brad or Earl, that you can think of?
Earl, go ahead.
Okay, so on the theme of board games and games, if you are part of the SN Dev Slack community, a few weeks ago, in the gaming channel, I asked if people were down to play some online streaming games together, like party games and stuff like that, as part of the community, and just to have more hangout times, just people to people. And now that I'm finally in my new location and can actually start setting up a lot of my stuff, I think I'm going to officially start that next week. So if you hang around the LCHH channel or the gaming channel, look out for any posts from me. I'm going to aim for Wednesday or Thursday for our first community just game night, depending on the time. I know people are in different time zones, so we'll probably do an early one and we'll do a late one, depending on the week. But I want to earnestly get that started because I know a lot of us are into gaming and just want to hang out with other people that do like work, so that you have a shared camaraderie but don't have to actually talk about it. And there's a lot of value in that.
Good stuff. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, Earl. Chuck, we have a breakpoint coming out next week.
We have a breakpoint coming up next week. I have recorded it, and I will be editing it right after we're done with this. Coming up with Dhruv Gupta. So awesome. A lot of people know him from the community and from meetups and lots of places. The man gets around, and that's what I wanted to talk to him about is establishing that exposure. And he's only been in the ecosystem for 5 years, but done some really amazing things. The Tech Now coming up on the 28th is about IoT and connecting that to ServiceNow. So Jeremy Duncan will be leading us for that. devlink.sn/TN90reg. So go to TN90reg and you can register for that as well.
And next week is mobile week. So we'll be looking at the new mobile builder that's coming out on Tuesday morning, US time, Creator Toolbox. And then we'll be doing some mobile development on Live Coding Happy Hour next Friday. And we'll have a blog out too with some more resources on how to learn about it. So look forward to that.
Good stuff. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.